Trump campaigned on slashing the administrative state, really going after them, and it looks like this is going to be a promise that he's actually going to keep. So NBC News reports President Donald Trump on Friday fired at least 12 inspectors general in the federal government, a senior White House official confirmed to NBC News. The move did not affect the inspectors general for the Justice Department or the Department of Homeland Security. When asked why the inspectors general were fired, the official said the move was an effort by the president to let go of parts of the past Biden administration that don't align with the new Trump administration. Quote, "We are cleaning house of what doesn't work for us and going forward," the official said. The legal justification for the firings is murky given that Congress strengthened protections for inspectors general from undue terminations when it amended the Inspector General Act in 2022. The law requires a 30-day notification window between the White House informing Congress of its intent to fire an inspector general and that inspector general being removed from on-duty status. The White House must also provide substantive reasons for why the inspector general is being removed. When asked whether the White House was concerned about the legality of the firings, given the required 30-day congressional notice for each inspector general, the official said a lot of these decisions happen with legal counsel looking over them. The official added that they were checking with the White House counsel's office, but didn't think the administration had broken any laws. That's a great way to get out of jail. That's a great way to justify everything. Just say, well, I did it, and I know that you're questioning the legality of it, but rest assured, I did this with legal counsel looking over me. You see, attorneys were overseeing what I did, so that means that it's probably legal. Definitely, right? There's no question that it's legal. We got solid legal ground because legal counsel were overlooking my decision. That's such a Trump administration thing to say, too. So the firings were first reported by the New York Times and the Washington Post. Inspectors general are typically considered to be independent figures within government agencies. They are tasked with conducting objective audits within their agency, and they are expected to investigate allegations of waste, fraud, and abuse of power within their departments. In response to the firings, Mike Ware, the head of the Council of the Inspectors General on Integrity and Efficiency, sent a letter to his fellow inspectors general asking them to tell him if they were terminated and informing them that his council is coordinating a response to the White House and wants to account for all the PAS IGs that have received a notification. NBC News confirmed that Ware also sent a letter on behalf of CIGIE to the White House and to lawmakers on Capitol Hill about the firings. So, in the letter, Ware addressed the legality of the firings, writing, "At this point, we do not believe the actions taken are legally sufficient to dismiss presidentially appointed Senate-confirmed inspectors general." Imagine that, the Trump administration going out on a limb and playing fast and loose with the law. Didn't they do that with birthright citizenship? Isn't that something that's kind of low-key in the Constitution? They played fast and loose with that, and that's why a judge sided against Trump. Ware was among the inspectors general whom Trump fired on Friday. The Department of Education confirmed to NBC News that its department's inspector general was also among those fired on Friday. Senator Chuck Grassley, the Republican of Iowa and the chair of the Senate Judiciary Committee, also noted that Trump's decision did not abide by the firing process laid out in federal legislation. The senator led the push to protect inspectors general in the 2022 update to federal law. Okay, so one of his own people, a Republican in the Senate, is siding against him. Interesting. There may be a good reason the IGs were fired. We need to know that if so, I'd like further explanation from President Trump. Regardless, the 30-day detailed notice of removal that the law demands was not provided to Congress, Grassley said to NBC News in a statement. Trump's move also drew swift condemnation from Democrats on Friday night and early Saturday. Chuck Schumer said these dismissals are possibly in violation of federal law, which requires Congress to have 30 days notice of any intent to fire inspectors general. Elizabeth Warren posted on X saying the firings were a purge and added, "President Trump is dismantling checks on his power and paving the way for widespread corruption." Yeah, that's probably what's going on here. But, he's also sort of keeping a promise in a way, although keeping it in a way that's not necessarily legally sound. But MAGA doesn't really care that much about legality of things. unless we're talking about legality of how people immigrated to the United States, in which case they say deport anyone who immigrated here illegally, even if it would destroy the economy and uproot their lives. So this is a questionable move for sure. I'm sure it's going to get praise from Trump supporters, and they'll find ways to argue that it is legal. Maybe it'll go to the U.S. Supreme Court. A lot of these things actually are, like the birthright citizenship might actually end up going there. A lot of conservative and progressive commentators have talked about that possibility. So yeah, let me know what you think about Trump's decisions on the administrative state. I actually have heard some good opinions from progressives questioning the administrative state, saying, hey, well, we shouldn't give them that much power. Maybe we should slash them. If you're a student in law school and you're taking administrative law, I have no doubt that this is going to be a really interesting semester for you with this new administration, and this administration in particular that's so obsessed with gutting the administrative state. Yeah, Chevron got overturned last year in 2024 in June, so that's already changing the administrative law curriculum. But yeah, Trump is just a giant wrecking ball. Could be for better, could be for worse. I know there are some progressives who are skeptical of the administrative state, and I wouldn't say they're not true progressives, but they're people who, don't feel that the administrative state is doing what it's supposed to be doing, that it's too corrupt and it's collaborating too much with the parties that it's supposed to be regulating. So I know that it's not totally a partisan issue. But yeah, let me know what you think in the comments below. As always, please like, comment, or subscribe to the channel. Thank you so much for watching this video. This has been The More the Merrier, and I look forward to speaking to you in my next video.